So in this video I'm going to see how quickly I can put together an animated short that could be used for YouTube Shorts or a TikTok. Just wishing my viewers and blog readers a Merry Christmas. I haven't made any sort of plans for an animation, we're just going to sort of wing it and see what I can come up with, so let's get started. Here we are in Cartoon Animator, and the point of this demonstration is not to be a detailed tutorial, but it's to kind of run you through the steps of how to create this kind of short animation with Cartoon Animator. If you need to do something fairly quickly, I'm just showing that you could put together something like this in the space of a couple of hours. First thing we want to do is set up camera to be in the proportions that we want. So this is the recording camera that I've just turned on, and I want it to be in the correct proportions for a YouTube short or a TikTok. So I'm going to go to the video section, scroll down to the output size, HD 1080p, but we want portrait orientation, not landscape, so we're going to swap these numbers around, 1080 in here and 1920 in there. Lock the ratio and you'll see now this red box is in portrait mode for a YouTube Shorts or TikTok video. That's all we need to do there. Well, I'm going to change this to MP4. Close that down. And if we turn that off, you'll see the preview camera is also in that orientation, but it doesn't really matter for the preview camera. We can move this anywhere and it doesn't make a lot of difference. But the next thing we're going to do is get some characters and a background on the stage. So I'm going to go into packs, search on Christmas, see what packs we have, and I'm going to use this Christmas fun pack here, which is a very old pack from the first version of Cartoon Animator when it was known as Crazy Talk Animator Pro. So the characters and stuff in here, get rid of that, are actually G1 characters, and when you bring them onto the stage they get converted into G2 characters. So you'll see that. I double click on this Santa here, see loading G1 actor, but this is converting it to a G2 character. G2 characters have full 360 degree angles, but when you convert this, it doesn't convert it to a full 360 degree angled character. It just gives you the one angle, but as a G2 character. So this is a front facing character, which is 0 degrees, so I'm just going to hit OK on that, and there we have the character on the stage. Next thing I'm going to do is add in my background, which is going to be this outdoor snow scene here. Now if I just double click on this, because it's a JPEG image, it will attach itself to the camera, which I don't want. I want it on the stage as a prop, so I'm going to click and drag it onto the stage and select prop and as a static image, and you'll see that's pretty big and it's being put in front of my Santa character, but I can use this little gizmo down here to move on the Z axis. We can drag and move it forwards and backwards like so. Now I want this set up so that that is in the background here. Just over here, and you'll see that now that's not actually filling up my camera. I've got all this gap down the bottom. So what I'm going to do is duplicate my background with the duplicate button, or you can hold down the control key and just drag, get another duplicate. And then I'm going to resize this so that I stretch the bottom out like so, and then I'm going to move this slightly behind my other background, just using the actual Z controller up here so that it's still fairly close, and bring this up to roughly where it matches the seams there. Stretch it down a little more, stretching it out because it's just snow, it doesn't really matter about this seam, and Santa's going to be blocking most of it anyway in the final animation. And so that's pretty good, and leave that there. Have a look at what else we've got in this pack. So maybe what we'll do is perhaps put a tree in front of the seams. We'll get this tree prop here, bring that out onto the stage, maybe just put that in there just to hide some of the seams there, push it back a bit, and we can resize it by moving the corners and stuff, and we can rotate it. don't want to hide the house too much, so I'm just going to leave that maybe about there. And then maybe on the other side I can put this snowman character. And you see that's also a G1 character that we're going to convert to a G2 character. And we're going to push him back into the background. Over here maybe tip him to one side, but perhaps he can hide that other seam a little bit as well. Move forward a little bit. Look at the 3D camera just to see how everything is placed. I think I'm going to bring this guy up closer so he's more in line with where the tree is. We might even move the tree back a bit. Make him a bit smaller in the frame. Lift him up a bit. Move the tree. Send that a bit further back. Right, now we're going to position Santa in the scene. And I want him to take up most of the front of this. I don't want to do a completely full body shot of him. Maybe around about there. Make our snowman a little bit smaller and higher in the background so you can see more of him. Move our tree over there. Right, so that's our scene setup. I'm going to now save this to my custom tab. Going to project, going to demos here, and I'm just going to go save 00 Christmas wishes. Now the next thing I need to do is give my Santa something to say, and I'm going to do that by going to a website called 11 Labs, which you can sign up to for free initially, and they give you quite a lot of credit to use up before you have to start purchasing more. I'm still going through mine, but they've got this Santa Claus voice here all ready to go.
Courage is not the absence of fear, but simply moving on with dignity despite that fear.
Sounds pretty good. And this is what I'm going to have my Santa say. It's going to be ho ho ho, Merry Christmas to all my animation and video life viewers and blog readers. I hope you have a happy holiday season, and I wish you all the best for the new year. And there are a bunch of settings that you can change in here if you wanted to, but I leave them on the default, and we'll just see what this one sounds like when we generate it.
Merry Christmas to all my animation and video life viewers and blog readers. I hope you have a happy holiday season and wish you all the best for the new year.
Didn't really like the way it did it. The ho ho ho's there. It was a bit stilted. Sometimes just to get a better generation, all you need to do is regenerate with no change settings.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas to all my animation and video life viewers and blog readers. I hope you have a happy holiday season and wish you all the best for the new year.
Let's save that one. It wasn't as drawn out on his ho-hos there. They weren't sort of stilted either. But that's why I'm going to leave that. I don't want to spend too long on getting a voice. That will kind of do. And now, before I add this voice, I'm going to do some adjustments to this Santa's layer order. Because his mouth is actually hidden behind this beard, and I want to be able to see the mouth, so we're going to take him into the composer. And again, because this is an older character, it's like a legacy character, it has a different system for managing layers compared to the new G3 characters. Okay, if you haven't worked with the older characters before, you won't be familiar with the scene manager looking like this in the composer. See, we can change the face and body, and if we want to do adjustments like bring the mouth to the front, we have to sort of select that item on here, or you can select them down here and use these tools up here to move them. So I want this mouth moved to the front. You see now it's on the front, but now it's in front of the mustache and the nose, so we need to bring the nose to the front, and there we go. And the arms, I'm going to leave them where they are. I actually want them to be behind the beard, but I think it creates a lot more problems if I layer them behind everything before I start animating, so we'll just leave it at that for now and get out of the composer. So you can see this default mouth here is open. If we go into the select him and open up his sprite and look at the face and the mouth, you can see that's the normal mouth there. It's always in this sort of open gaping smile, but we will change that eventually. But now we're going to add in our voice that we just recorded. We'll bring that over. And these are the voices we just recorded. Do the second one. Drag that on.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas to all my animation and video life viewers and blog readers. the best for the new year.
So that's that. You'll notice the lip sync wasn't particularly brilliant in some places, so we might go and fix that up first. Before we do, I'll just do a quick save with that in. I'll open up the timeline down here, select my character, and I'm going to click this button so that only this character gets selected, and I want the face motions and the voice clip. We'll scroll back and you see this is all the voices in here, and whole length runs for about 345 as a project length. I'm going to make the length of my project 400 frames. We can change that by clicking this button in here. You can see at the moment it's 1990 frames, but I'm going to take that back to, we might go 500 just to make it a little longer. Go OK, and then what I'm going to do is make the timeline so I can see the whole lot, and drag my voice file or voice into the middle of it so we have a bit of a pause at the start and a bit of a pause at the end. I'm going to return this back to actual size and start adjusting the lip sync a bit. So to do that, all we have to do is select the VisiMe lip shapes here. You just double click on it and you'll get this lips editor come up where we can sort of change anything that doesn't look right. So probably needs a H in there. Needs to be more of an M. I'm not going to go too exact with this, I'm just going to try and improve it a little bit. Alright, I think that's looking okay. We'll just quickly run through that.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas to all my animation and video life viewers and blog readers. I hope you have a happy holiday season and wish you all the best for the new year.
There we go. It's not perfect, but it's better than what it was. So we can close that down now. And what I want to do, we're going to start with his mouth closed rather than this gaping sort of open smiles kind of thing. So we'll open up the sprite, the mouth, and we'll just change it to a smile like so. And when it gets to around about there, we're going to release that. This is the actual keyframe for the mouth. Instead of releasing it straight into that big smile, there we go. And then we're going to do the same at the end. Instead of having him fold back to his big cheesy grin, bring the mouth down back into a smile. There we go. Just save that. Next thing we want to do is start giving Santa some movement. So get out of here and we'll go into the items side of my inventory, and I'm going to turn these icons up here off so I can have more room down here to see what I'm looking at, and go into the animation folders. Now again, this is an older character, so a lot of the pre-made motions for G3 characters, none of those will work. We can only use 3D motions and G2 or G1 motions. Go into 2D motions and then move this across so I can see some of the folder names here. So these motion library volume 1 through 4 are all G1 motions, and then we've got 3D motions in here. We'll just have a look in here. You can tell these are G1 motions by these icons here. Very different to the G3 icons. Just want an idle motion to start with. Front facing idle motion. Okay, so I'm going to start with this nothing to do action. So put the timeline back to the beginning and add this motion to the front facing 0 degree angle. Okay. We open up 3D motions because that's a 3D motion. You'll see that was added in there. I only want it to run up until he starts talking. So I'm going to right click here and break that and delete the rest of the motion. Come back down to these motions. I'll try this motion. Looks pretty good. Blend that a little bit more there. Back up to these ones. Let's try this talk motion here. This one again. And that one. Bring that over to there. We might stretch this one. We might loop that one using the loop function. And then stretch the loop out to the end. We might go find that nothing to do movement again, just to finish off with. Let's blend that across. And go back to the start and see what all that looks like.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas to all my animation and video life viewers and blog readers. I hope you have a happy holiday season and wish you all the best for the new year.
There we go, it's not too bad. All I want now is to put his shoulders behind the beard, which hopefully we can do pretty easily. We'll go back to the start, make sure I've got the character selected and open up the layer editor, and right from this point his shoulders are in front of the beard, so we don't want that. So let's see if we can select both of them, go into the back of the beard in this list. So far that's good, and we'll just keep following through and we'll see where the motion changes here. They pop back in front, select both and then behind again. Roll the timeline, keep going. See again at the change, shoulders are at the front, so we'll go behind beard, keep going. Scroll along, you'll see there, shoulders have come to the front there, so we'll go select both of them, keep them behind again. Roll along and scroll through to the end, and I think that was looking pretty good. We'll go back to the start, get out of the layer editor. If we wanted to make that just a little more interesting to watch, we could mess around with the camera. I'm going to put it at the start, open up the project camera track, and let's say when he starts talking we want this framing, so I'll just put a keyframe into the track there. At the beginning maybe we could move out a little bit, perhaps. That little bit might be enough just to make it a little more interesting at the start. And I'm going to take that keyframe and copy it into the last keyframe at the end, so that when it loops around they match up. It also means you need to make a copy of this keyframe and paste that at the end of when he starts talking, or when he finishes talking rather. Paste that in there, but the camera maybe starts zooming out towards the end. You can see he moves a bit to the right there. We could put a keyframe here, then When he moves to the right, good, move the camera over a little bit so that he stays in the middle of the picture a bit. Even keep going there. Get rid of that frame. At that point you could move the camera back over that way. Then move the camera that way a bit. At this point we could move him back into the middle. And the last thing we want to do is just smooth out those various transitions. So we'll go add a transition curve to each. That's going to be smooth maybe. Perhaps we'll do gain momentum and damp. This one.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. To all my animation viewers and video life viewers.
Fortunately you have to do these one at a time.
I hope you have a happy holiday season and wish you all the best for the new year.
We'll see what all that looks like.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas to all my animation and video life viewers and blog readers. I hope you have a happy holiday season and wish you all the best for the new year.
Maybe we can get rid of that one. Okay, that's pretty much done. I might just save that again. Go back to templates. See what we can do by adding some snow to the scene. Oops, a bit on the large side, so make it a bit smaller. Dropping snow from about halfway down.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas to all my animation and video life viewers and blog readers. I hope you have a happy holiday season and wish you all the best for the new year.
And one final thing we haven't done yet is add some eye blinks and stuff to Santa. I'm just going to quickly do that with the puppet tool. You'll see in here, I'm going to clear everything out, try a little bit of head movement, pupil movement, try previewing that, see what it looks like. That'll do. I'm just going to record that.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas to all my animation and video life viewers and blog readers. I hope you have a happy holiday season and wish you all the best for the new year.
There we go. You'll notice his mouth didn't move at all during that, but that's not a problem. It's just what happens when you use the puppet tool. If we play it back now, you'll see his mouth will be moving fine, I should think.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas to all my animation and video life viewers and the new year.
The only thing that's done is messed up our closed mouth at the start and the end. We just need to select him again. I think if I just swap the mouth sprites over again, we should be right. That's about right.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas to all my animation and video life viewers and blog readers. I hope you have a happy holiday season and wish you all the best for the new year.
And the last thing I'm going to do is add some music to this. Normally I wouldn't add any music in Cartoon Animator. I would take this into my video editor and add the music in there, but really that's the only thing left to add. There's no need to bring this into a video editor. I don't plan to do anything else to it. So I'm going to bring my music track in. I think I can just click and drag it in. This track here, We Wish You a Merry Christmas, which I got from YouTube's music libraries. I want to go create sound background music and add in my music here. You'll notice that's pretty loud. It's a sound modifier. Background music, you see it's on 100%. We can actually decrease that, let's say down 10%.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas to all my animation and video life viewers and blog readers. I hope you have a happy holiday season and wish you all the best for the new year.
Actually edit that track here. I'll try just extending my project out a bit so I can go to 600 frames. Break that there, leave this side. How it sounds when it loops. Go to the end of the animation, have a look at his motion track, extend that out to the end of the animation there, change the length of the animation to here, 555. Where the end of my music is. Okay, so I think that's the animation done. We'll do one playthrough in full size, do a quick save.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas to all my animation and video life viewers and blog readers. I hope you have a happy holiday season and wish you all the best for the new year.
Props, and we'll go a shadow or shade, right, shade of blue, we'll try adding that. Flip it vertically, push it back so Santa's out the front. There we go. I'm going to export that. Output size and go export. A name. And yes, we will open it.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas to all my animation and video life viewers and blog readers. I hope you have a happy holiday season and wish you all the best for the new year.
I hope you found this video interesting and got a good idea of how quick and easy it is to pull together some elements and assets to make a very quick Christmas video for YouTube Shorts or a TikTok or some other platform along those lines. All up, this video took me maybe a couple of hours to do, give or take a bit of time, so not very hard at all and very quick just to pull something together at the last minute if you wanted to create a quick animated card or something along those lines. So that's it for this video. If it's Christmas time near you, I hope you have a good Christmas and a happy new year, and just a generally good holiday season all round. Till the next video, I'll see you later. Bye for now.